And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. Rusty Witcher with you here on the Lark Network as we're getting set for Game 2 here. Larks victorious in Game 1, 4-1. And we are getting closer to action here. Amy Bertato on the pitching service for the Larks in this second game. Otherwise, that's pretty much straight up, except Jenna Schneider over at first base for the Larks. A couple of changes here for Johnson County as we move forward. Manny Johansson moves into the DP role. Desmond Duncan will play shortstop this game. And Kerry Murphy will be behind the dish. Jordan Kloof's over at first. Ali Hyman over at third. And Megan Weigel will play left in this contest. As we are getting close to our action of Game 2. And away we go here. Game 2 of this ball game, this doubleheader. As we are ready to rock and roll. So, top of the first, hopefully my producer, Cation Landis, will be back here as Johansson digging in and takes the ball low. Andy Sharp said that was one of his best wins of his career and might be over Johnson County. Might rank right up there with a sweep of Labette this season as Larks continue to obliterate the record book. And the pitch. That's downstairs and in the dirt from Amy. On our count, 2 balls, no strikes. Amy more pitch to contact this season than strikeouts, as is Chelsea, as we are off and running in this second game. Mad rush for supper. Everyone left, but a lot of people coming back as the pitch drifts outside and Amy quickly behind. 3 balls, no strikes to Johansson. Johansson was 0 for 3 in Game 1. As we are off and running. There's a strike on the over the plate, I should say, not quite the outer half. On the count, 3 balls, 1 strike now to Johansson. Fans working their way back. Sun looks like the clouds might be out of here. It's going to turn into what could be a pleasant evening. Wind has backed off a little bit. Changeup misses high and in. And a leadoff runner aboard here for the Cavaliers. Pitching gem in the first one by Chelsea Smith. And Desmond Duncan, the shortstop, will dig in here for the Cavs. Duncan takes a strike from Amy. It's always interesting about this time. The college students, a mad exodus back to campus to grab some food. Bunt laid down, a foul back, and Duncan quickly behind 0-2. So we are off and running. And the 0-2. Tap foul left side, and Desmond Duncan hang around. Duncan on the season, I'll get to her numbers. She's a freshman. 13 for 38, a 342 batting average. And Amy dealing. Runner goes Sadie, a throw from the knees. In time, Sadie catching Johansson stealing. And there's 1 away. our count 1-2. Line drive out there to Cassidy. Cassidy takes a couple steps in and makes the play. And there are 2 outs. This will be Emily Fox, the center fielder. So Fox drew a walk and struck out twice in game 1. This is game 2. And a perfect change from Amy for a strike. Larks have had a couple great pieces with their battery. Amy, Kaylin, and Chelsea. Bunn offered at, and she's quickly behind 0-2. Sadie with a good block. On slow tapper, Amy gloves it, flings it over to Jenna. And Johnson County, after getting a leadoff runner aboard that was caught stealing, goes down. We played a half inning. We'll take a short break and be back with the bottom of the first right here on the Lark Network.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania. Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
Shay Hoover, Potwin, Kansas.
And welcome back here as we're going to the bottom of the first here. And Jessie Miranda, Caitlin Lashley, Lexi Avalos all due up here for the Larks. This is Hallie Henderson. Henderson, a freshman, a 3.02 earned run average. And her first pitch to Jessie Miranda is a strike. Jessie pulls back on the pitch that rose high, and her count 1-1 strike. That one scoots through Murphy, who's behind the dish this game. And the count 2-1 strike. If you're a fan of the Larks, fan of the Cavs, would love to hear from you. 620-217-1465. Did get a text. Start the game. Go Larks from the 505 as Jessie fouls it off. And our count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-2 coming up from Henderson. Rises high by Jessie's eyes, and we're full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So we're full, 3-2. Jesse pulls back, takes ball 4. And Jesse aboard. And that'll bring up Kalen Lastly. Jesse, a threat to steal, was second in the country, or third in the country in steals, leading the conference in steals. And Kalen digging in. Kalen takes a pitch high, 1 ball. Hi, Colin. Jesse over there at first base. She takes off. Jesse slipping in with a hook slide on the far side. And Jesse aboard. Kalen took a swing at it. Our count 1-1. So runner in scoring position here for the Larks, none out. Kalen fouls it off. And our count 1-2. Kalen pulls back. And our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2. Kalen fouls it off. Left side on the ground. And our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one stays outside. Our count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're full, 3-2. Ball 4 and Kalen aboard. Back-to-back walks issued by Henderson. And the Larks with 2 on. That's Henderson's 24th walk of the season. Lexi Avalos digging in. So the lefty stepping in. And Lex takes a strike on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Henderson to paint the corner. And our count 0-1. Again, Henderson comes back on the outside corner, and Lex quickly behind 0-2. That one rises high. Lex lays off. And our count 1-2. Lex was a mainstay at the tables during basketball season, whether she was working the book or working the stats. Strike 3 outside corner. Lex goes down. Henderson paints the corners 3 times. And there's 1 away for Amy Bertato to dig in with 2 on. Amy hit her 19th home run in game 1. Drove in 3. And Amy hammers one foul on the left side. That one missing high on our count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. No thanks. So our count even, 1-1. Change up, stays outside. And the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Amy lays off the high rise ball. And the count 3-1. Murphy wants to talk things over very quickly with her pitcher being behind to the incredibly dangerous Amy Bertato. Fans starting to make their way back. They've been fed. So our count 3-1. Amy lifts it, got underneath it. That could drop in for trouble. Oh, nice play out there by the left fielder to make a diving catch. Great play by Weigel out there to make a catch on a diving play. And took away a base hit. That brings up Paige Biddle. And Paige takes a strike from Henderson. That was a great running, diving catch out there. Paige chases high cheese, and she's quickly behind 0-2. Change-up misses high and away. And I count 1-2. It's almost a rise-change combination. Paige chasing. 2 strikeouts for Henderson. We've played an inning, no score here from the City Ball Diamond. We'll go to the top of the second after this.
Robbie Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas.
Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Cotton Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado.
Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dave Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska.
David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naoki Kizumura, Tokyo, Japan.
Maddie Solomon.
And welcome back here to the top of the second. No score here from the City Ball Diamond. Larks and Cavaliers. And Carrie Murphy stepping in. Murphy catching this game. I chatted with her between games. Pleasant visit. As she takes a pitch outside, 1 ball. I was waiting on a lineup card. She said she's filling it out. We chatted a little bit about names and how tough names are. That one too far outside, and 2 balls, no strikes here to Murphy. Murphy hitting .333 on the season. There's a strike on the lower outside corner, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike. I'll give Johnson County credit. They have chanted both games the entire time. Changeup misses downstairs from Amy, and our count 3 balls, 1 strike. That one's lifted. It'll hang up in the air. And Jenna comes up with it. Fair ball. And that dropping in for an error on the Larks and a runner aboard. Jordan Kloof coming to bat. Kloof plays first base. And she'll take a pitch outside, 1 ball. There's a strike back from Amy, and our count evens up at a ball and a strike. I see some of the left field crews out there in a pickup truck. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. One comes too far in, and our count 2-1. Leadoff runner aboard after the error for the Larks. And Kloof takes a strike again, and we're even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he came right back. Swing and a miss as Jordan Kloof completely fooled. And there's 1 away. Ali Hyman, third baseman, coming to bat. There's a strike from Amy. And our count 0-1. That's a slow roller to Kalen in first base. Kalen go to Page. Page on the step. Can't turn it. Larks get the lead runner. And there's 2 outs. And Megan Weigel coming to bat. Weigel with a great catch out there in the first inning in left field. And Amy deals. And that pitch misses down and away, 1 ball. We're in the top of the second. That one rises high. And our count 2-0. Glad you guys are with us. If you're a fan of the Cavs, fan of Larks, we'd love to hear from you. And the pitch pops straight up. Amy calling for it and makes a play. Larks wiggle out of a little bit of a potential jam. We played an inning and a half, no score from the City Island. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts.
And welcome back here to the bottom of the third. Boo Ruiz coming to bat. So Boo digs in. As in the bottom of the second, no score here from the City Diamond. Larks picking up the win in game one. And Boo lifts one, and that will tail into foul territory. One strike for Boo from Albuquerque. She'll be coming back to Heston next year to play or to continue in the BSN program. Let's go, Larks, we believe, from the 505. So the 505 already in the house. Heard from the 909. I'd like to hear from some more Johnson fans. And you can text us 620-217-1465 as Boo takes a pitch upstairs, 1 ball. Go Larks from Whittier, California. That's Amy's family. If you're a fan of the Cavs, would love to hear from you. Tell us who you are, who you're watching, where you're watching from. And there's a strike right back. A nice pitch by Henderson to make the count 1 ball and 2 strikes in favor of Hallie Henderson. That one stays a little far outside and maybe a little bit low, and our count even at 2-2. Boo chases, and Boo is retired on the strikeout. And that brings up Jenna Schneider. So Jenna digging in. Her first at bat on the day. And takes a strike. Jenna has good command of the strike zone as well. Doesn't try and force too much. Really developed into a patient hitter in her sophomore campaign. She has 18 walks. And that one rises in for a strike from Henderson. Henderson in this situation has thrown that rise ball for strike 3. She threw it to Paige and threw it to Boo. We'll see if she throws it again. She does, and Jenna lays off. On our count 1-2. The drop ball drops low, and our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jenna's grandparents watching from the Lady Larks from California. That one stays low, and we're full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're full, 3-2. And Jenna chases through. That's the second strikeout of the inning and the third in a row for Hallie Henderson. Anissa Aguilar steps up. This taps it foul. Nis lifts it and fouls it off. Ooh, got a text. Go Heston, watching from the dorms of Highland Community College. From Bella Konecka. And Nis lifts it foul. And out of play. Larks took game one. Nis chases, and that's striking out the side. Henderson with that rise ball strikes the side out. We've played two. No score here from the City Ball Diamond. We'll be back after this.
Robbie Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichschmidt, Lindsborg, Kansas.
Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Cotton Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dane Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska.
David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
And welcome back here as we're going to the top of the third. Ivy Brewer coming to bat here for the Cavs. And Brewer takes a strike on the outside. Johnson County still has two more games, conference games after this. They will be playing on Saturday against Fort Scott. Swing and a miss for Brewer, and she's quickly behind 0-2. Got a text, go Larks, cheering on Paige, and a hello to the rest of the Folsom family watching the game today, watching from Folsom. That pitch stays outside from Amy, and our count 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 from Amy. On the ground, Kalen gloves it, throwing to Jenna across the diamond in time. 1 away. Nia Thomas coming to bat. So, this will be Thomas's first trip to the dish today. Season stats for Thomas. 6-4-30 on the season, hitting 200. She's played in 13 games. And Thomas takes a pitch for a ball. That went down, and our count 2-0. There's a pitch, drifts inside, and 3 balls, no strikes here to Nia Thomas. Ball 4 as Amy can't find the zone that time. And the leadoff runner aboard here for the Cavs with 1 away. Manny Johansson, the DP role, drew a walk, then was caught stealing. As we're into the top of the third. Strike, throw. Not in time as Thomas swiping second base. Page couldn't quite hang on to the throw there from Sadie. Would have been close. And the go-ahead run now just 120 feet away. The 0-1, and then called time, Johansson steps out. Little pop-up. Jesse comes underneath and makes a play. And they're 2 away. My producer's back, Kaysen. You're my producer, man. Desmond Duncan steps up. She lined out to Casti out in right field. That one's popped straight up, blowing back. And off of the concrete here, 1 strike. Runner aboard here in the third. That's on the ground. Jesse plays off a hop, throws across. Jenna with a stretch, and Johansson beats it out on the infield single. Not a lot that Jesse could do. It took a hop. It was one of those runners at the corners with 2 away. To me, that was Duncan legging that out. As Duncan laid that out, just nothing Jesse could do about that. It's one of those that could eat you up if you charge too fast. Jesse had to sit back on it and threw across. Duncan showed off her wheels and beat it out. As we're talking things over. I'm talking what the Larks want to do with the runners at the corners with 2 outs. That will do it. The conference on the mound is over. Emily Fox grounded out her first at bat. Offers at it. And Duncan takes second on the fielder indifference. Yes. That one fouled back to the fence. Our count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. There. And there it was. It was, the computer was bouncing. And our count 1-1. You're on it. You're fine. I've been joined by Kaysen Landis, who's running my computer now. That one, little pop-up. Long run for Lex. Lex can't come up with it. Johnson County's going to put 2 on the board with a single out there by Fox, and Fox takes second. And 2 come home, and the Cavs have the lead, 2-0. Kerry Murphy, the catcher, will dig in. A text saying, let's go Cavs. Stay hot, Larks. You got this from the 505. A text saying, the stream doesn't seem as fun when we're not there. And there's a pitch low, 1 ball. I don't know who sent that text to me. Murphy off the end of the bat. Page sweeps it up, tosses over. But Johnson County tacks up 2. We've played 2.5. And the Cavs lead 2-0. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network. That'll go. Oh.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California.
Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas. Paige Biddle.
And welcome back to the Larks here. And found out Mo and Kendall were the ones texting me. Well, I can't help you if you're not here. Probably ought to be here, right? What? If you're not here, yeah. There you go. There. We're at the bottom of the third. Larks trail 2-0, and Jenna G stepping in. So Jenna trying to get something started here for the Larks, the sophomore, member of the BSM program as well. And Jenna takes a strike on the first pitch she sees. Move this back just a little bit so it's, yeah. Jenna takes strike 2, and she's quickly behind from Henderson. Oh, and 2. Jenna lays off. Henderson has likes to throw that rise on an 0-2 or when she's well ahead. Jenna on the ground. Henderson bobbles it around, and Jenna lays it on. Legs it out, and she is aboard. I got a shout out to myself. The 505 appreciates the broadcast, keeping us connected. Wish you were here from Boo's mom, and Mona, wish you were back here as well. Jessie Miranda coming to bat. Jessie drew a walk, stole a base, and then was stranded at second. So some speed out there with Jenna G, followed by Jessie. And that pitch low. Ball 1 for the freshman from Turlock, California. Jessie lays a bunt down. Play. Not in time. Gets through the first baseman. Jenna going to third. Jessie hangs at 1. And Jenna goes all the way to third, so runners at the corners for the Larks. None away for Kaylin Lastly. So Larks trying to answer back. So Kalen digging in. And Kalen takes a strike. And the first pitch she sees from Henderson. The 0-1 coming up from Hallie Henderson. Rises high, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike. That text saying, "Go Jenna and the Larks, love mom." I recognize the 620 area code. There's a strike to Kalen. She knew it. And our count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kalen looking for something different. See if Henderson goes back to that rise ball that she's so fond of throwing when she's ahead 1-2. Kalen back up the middle, base hit for Kalen, a run coming in. And Kalen has herself an RBI single, and the Larks are on the board for Lexi Avalos. So Lex steps up. And a quick conference out here on the mound from Johnson. No. Perfect. So, a meeting on the mound. Kaysen said it's a meeting on the mound. Well, I kind of agree with you, Kaysen. Lex struck out her first at bat. So the Larks have answered back with a run of their own. They trail 2-1. And what has been a good ball game so far. So Lex digs in here 0-1. And Lex with a swing. And Lex behind 1 strike. Big shout out to Kaysen for stepping in and helping me out here for running the computer. Lex fouls it back and out of play. Really do appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. All right. Well, I'm glad you do. And the count 0-2 to Lexi. That's too far outside, and our count even or moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one rises high, and now we're even 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the count 2 balls, 2 strikes, and with Amy on deck and none out here. 2-1. 2-1. Then the Johnson County with the ground out on the fielder's choice as Amy coming to bat. 2 outs. 2. Or excuse me, 1. You're right, 1. Thank you. Okay, so 1 out. 1 out here in our bottom of the 3rd. And Amy takes a strike on the first pitch she sees from Henderson. Amy lays off the rise ball, and now the count evens up at a ball and a strike. That one stays low, and our count 2 balls, 1 strike. Amy turns a little bit and rips it foul. Long strike for Amy. That ball might have gotten out of the 285 field here at the City Ball Diamond without the short fence in. Just was foul. So the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Amy fights it off and fouls it off again.
Sorry.
And the count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's fine. That's okay. It's not. The count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. Amy flew out to left field in her first at bat on a nice catch. Amy lifts another one foul as she continues to battle. Just like baseball, the more pitches fouled off, the more the advantage turns to the hitter. And then another 2-2. Amy fights another one off, another foul ball. Henderson and Brittado, what a battle this is turning into. Amy fights another one off as she fights the rise ball off. A long at bat. And Henderson going through all of her pitches. And another 2-2. Amy lays off the rise ball. We're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the crowd coming alive a little bit here. Payoff pitch from Henderson. Amy fights it off, fly ball, a mile high. All kinds of confusion out there. Nice play by the center fielder to come on and make the play. And I bet Amy would want that pitch back. And that brings up Paige Biddle. So Paige will dig in. Paige steps in with 2 outs and 2 on. Larks did get a run back. Runners at first and second. And Paige lays off on the pitch low and away. 1 ball. There's a strike to Paige. And our count 1-2. Snap throw back, thinking they could catch Kaylin leaning. And the 1-1. Paige fights off the rise ball. And the count goes to 1-2 as she fouls it off. And the 1-2 coming up. Paige looks a pitch outside, and we're even 2-2. Holly Henderson's parents or grandparents are watching from Purdy, Missouri. Paige line drive. That's going deep, and that is caught out there in left field. Weigel tracks it down in front of the fence. Larks get a run back. We've played 3. Head to the top of the 4th with the Larks trailing 2-1. Heading into the top of the 4th, Johnson County 2, Heston College 1.
Robbie Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas.
Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas. Dane Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska.
David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naoki Kizumura, Tokyo, Japan.
Natty Solomon, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nick Platten from Adelaide, Australia.
Noah Roberts, Wichita, Kansas.
Omar Aguilar.
You got time. All right, here we go. And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond as we're heading to the fourth, top of four. Got a text saying, woohoo, Foxy, let's go Cavs. So some Cavs fans tuning in. We appreciate that. And this is Jordan Clough. Clough struck out in her first at bat. Thank you. So Shea came in to play second. Paige moved to third. And Kalen Lastly came in to pitch for the Larks here defensively. And all season, this umpire, we've had him about 3 or 4 times, has stepped up and always let me know who has come in. I appreciate that. So Kalen coming in to pitch here for the Larks. Paige moves to third, and Shea at 2. Otherwise, then it's pretty much straight up with Jenna G out in right field. She replaced Cassie in the first inning. And that pitch, 1 ball. Swing and a miss here from Clough, and she's quickly behind. Or it's she's behind 1 and, excuse me, now she's behind 1 and 2. So that's what they did defensively. Amy stays in the lineup as she's the DP. And Shea comes in for Boo. Who was listed as the pitcher in this game. The count 1 and 2, so Kalen deals. Change-up misses outside as we're in the 4th. Our count is even 2 and 2. Good turnout today here. A lot of fans. Kalen misses downstairs, and we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Biggest visitor section I've seen all year.
Yeah, Johnson County had a good contingent of fans that came down. Swing and a miss, and Clough goes down, swinging for the second time. Allie Hyman grounded into fielder's choice in her first at bat. And Hyman takes a pitch inside, 1 ball. Kalen back with a strike in our count, even up at 1 and 1 as we're in the top of the 4th. That's a tough pop. Kaylin with a backhand stab throws across to Jenna at first base. Nice play by Kaylin to field her position. And there's 2 away. Here comes Megan Weigel. Weigel has made a couple great defensive plays out there in left field for the Cavs. Off the end of the bat, Shea picks it up, flips over to Jenna. 1, 2, 3. Go the Cavs in the 4th. And we will be back after this here on the Lark Network.
Rodney Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas.
Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dave Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska.
David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake.
Hey. And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond, bottom of the 4th, as I'm queued up by my producer, Kason Landis. Hey, that's a good title for you, man. It's a good title. I like it too. So Kason stepping up, and yeah, we've got him. He's hired. Yeah, stats and running the computer. And playing my ads, and he's ready. He can be our live stream manager. And Shea takes a strike on the first pitch she sees. Shea had her first career hit on sophomore night on Tuesday. Almost got a home run. And there's a strike to Shea, and Shea quickly behind 0-2. Out and misses low and away. And our count, 1-2. Kason's predicting rise ball here. There's the rise ball. It's upstairs, and our count 1-2. 2-2. I know. So Shea now even with Henderson. And Henderson deals, and Shea chases. Henderson took something off. 6 strikeouts now for Henderson, and that brings up Jenna Schneider. Jenna with a healthy hack of the first pitch she sees. But a strike. That one misses outside. Got text saying, "Oh, that's fine, Kason. Thanks for stepping in, though, man. Anytime." Jenna hammers 1 foul, and our count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gonna Cavs, keep working, ladies. And our count 1-2 to Jenna. 1 away. Swing and a miss for Jenna. And there are 2 away. Nis chasing the first pitch she sees. 0-1. As we're in the bottom of the fourth. And Nis quickly behind 0-2. Nis fouls it back and out of play. And our count still remaining 0-2. That one in the dirt. And the 1-2 now coming up. Move it however you need to, Colin. That's one, yeah. Nis rips one, but it tails foul over the fence and out of play. And the count's still 1-2. Strike 3 called, and Henderson strikes out the side. We'll be back with the bottom of the fourth after this. But back. And welcome back here to the top of the fifth. And this is Ivy Brewer. She takes a strike from Kaylin Lashley. What a turnout tonight of fans here at the City Ball Diamond. The City Ball Diamond. On the ground, Kaylin, another backhand stop, swings, turns herself, and throws Brewer out at first base. One away. So, Nia Thomas drew a walk, stole a base, scored the first run of the game on a single. On an RBI single by Emily Fox. Kaylin deals a strike to Thomas. And Kalen now with the next pitch. Bunt laid down. Page charging, and nothing that the Larks could do. And Thomas has herself an infield single on the bunt. Johansson coming to bat. Johansson's 0 for 1. Drew a walk, but was caught stealing. And the Cavs trying to threaten a little bit here in the 5th with 1 out, a runner aboard. Johansson offers at the first pitch she sees on the bunt. A 1 strike. Is he? The 0-1. Bunt laid down and fouled off again. Johansson quickly behind 0-2. The 0-2 coming up. Swing and a miss, and Johansson down. That's the second out of the inning. Kalen throws a vicious little drop ball. And they're 2 away for Desmond Duncan. Duncan, who's 1 for 2 with a single. Duncan showed off her wheels earlier. There's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. What a great turnout tonight. Even the Heston High School Swather softball team was in attendance. Swing and a miss, and Duncan quickly behind. The wind is laying back, and it's turning into a really nice evening. Very windy to start. Swing and a miss. Sadie comes up with a throw to Jenna in time. And the Larks get out of the inning. We played 4.5. Larks trail 2-1. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California.
Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California.
Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from
Jesse Miranda from Turlock, California.
Caitlin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. As we're in the bottom of the 5th, but during the break I got a text saying keep pushing Larks. The Sunrise Christian softball team in Bel Air, Kansas is watching and cheering you on. So we're hearing from all sorts of people today. This makes it fun as Jenna, it's fun anyway, but it even makes it more fun as Jenna digging in. Jenna scored the only Lark run on the game after reaching on an error. And Jenna pulls back and takes the ball. Jenna takes a strike, and we're even a 1-ball, 1 strike from Henderson. Henderson has mixed up a little bit now and then. Has pitched some contact, but also thrown through Lark hitters. Jenna pulls back. And our count 2 balls, 1 strike. The Johnson County fans in attendance thought it was a strike. Hard to say from that angle. Now the count 2-1. Jenna pops the bunt back into the fence, and our count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Henderson dealing. Jenna on the ground of the third baseman, though. The throw across in time. Nice play there by Johnson County's Ollie Hammond. 1 away here for Jesse Miranda. Jesse's 0 for 1. Drew a walk, reached though on an error. And Jesse takes a pitch low, 1 ball. Top of the lineup here for the Larks in the bottom of the 5th. Larks trail 2-1. Jesse, ground ball up the middle, base hit for Jesse. Nice stop, diving stop by Duncan to knock it down and keep Jesse at first base. And Jesse aboard, and that brings up Kaylin Lashley. Kaylin singled her last at bat. And Kaylin will dig in. She's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk and an RBI. Johnson County ahead 2-1. And that went downstairs, 1 ball. The 1-0 coming up. Kaylin chasing, Jesse up for the races, slipping in, nobody there to cover, and Jesse has another stolen base. And the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. So the tie and run just 120 feet away for the Larks with 1 away. And that one misses outside. 2-1. So a lot of chance coming for Kaylin. And the 2-1 down into the dirt. And the count moves 3 balls, 1 strike. Kaylin line drive, the tail's foul on the left side, and we're full 3-2. What a great turnout tonight. I just cannot get over this. Is the most fans we've had here for a Lark softball game. And so a payoff pitch from Henderson coming up. Henderson dealing. Kaylin shoots one foul that'll tail away on the right side. And Kaylin stays alive. So batter's box disco dancing for Kaylin. She stays alive. And I think there's a team here of youngsters that Kaylin coaches that are standing in the bleachers, chanting for Kaylin. And Kaylin chases upstairs, and she's retired on the rise ball. Henderson's go-to pitch has been that rise ball strikeout. And that brings up Lex. Lex 0 for 2. So Lex digs in. And Lex takes a pitch outside, 1 ball. Two down here for Lex. Lex a ground ball, but that's right at the second baseman. Thomas throw over, and the threat retired here for the Larks. We played 5. Larks trail 2-1. We're back after this here on the Lark Network.
Robbie Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas.
Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado. Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dane Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska.
David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Darnell, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naiki Izumura, Tokyo, Japan.
Natty Solomon, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nick Platten.
And welcome back here to the top of the 6th. Larks and the Cavs. 2-1 our score, and this is Emily Fox. Fox singled in 2. She's accounted for both of the Johnson County runs with a 2-run single, then took second on the throw. And she takes a pitch low from Kalen, 1 ball. The 1-0 coming up. There's a strike on the outer half from Kalen on the count, 1-1. That's hammered foul on the left side into the ground, and our count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's turned into a really nice night for softball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Fox is retired. And that brings up Carrie Murphy, the catcher. Murphy's 0 for 2. So Murphy digging in. And there's a pitch on the outer half for a strike for Murphy. The 0-1 coming up. That's down and in the dirt. And our count moves to even, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Swing and a miss from Murphy. She chases a changeup. And the count 1-2. That's too far outside from Kalen on our count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the count is even, 2-2. Murphy on the ground to Page. Page with a jumping stop, throws across to Jenna in time. And there are 2 outs in the inning for Jordan Clough. Check that we're going to have a substitution here. And this will be Kerrigan Dixon coming in to hit. So Dixon will come in to hit for Clough. With 2 away. So Clough comes in to hit. And the pitch downstairs, 1 ball. And more people still coming to the ball game tonight. Great turnout here. That one misses downstairs to Dixon. The count, 2 balls, no strikes. Dixon, the 3rd leading hitter on this Johnson County squad, a .375 batting average coming into today's action. And she chases through the 2-0, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Kalen deals. Outside corner, paints the black, and we're even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, gets through Sadie. Dixon heading down, Sadie throw. Not in time, and Dixon legs it out. Johnson County still has 2 conference games to go. And that brings up Allie Hyman, a runner aboard on the error now. Swing and a miss on the changeup from Kalen to Hyman. And the count 2, or the 0-1 coming up here from Kalen. Just misses outside, and we're even at 1 ball and a strike. The 1-1 on the ground, back into the fence and foul. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss. Sadie knocking it down. She'll have to throw to first, and does. Larks get out of it with a pair of strikeouts. We played 5.5. Larks trail 2-1. We'll be back after this.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
And welcome back here to the bottom of the 6th. Amy Bertano coming to bat for the Larks. Larks trailing 2-1. But the very dangerous Amy Bertano up. Amy 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. So Amy digs in. And Henderson to deal. Henderson starts Amy off with a strike on the outer half. The 0-1 coming up. Henderson misses away, and our count 1 ball, 1 strike. And then 1-1 coming up from Henderson to Amy. Rise ball misses high, and our count 1-2. And the 2-1, too far out. And I count 3-1 here to Amy. Amy fouls it off. And we're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Amy digging back in. Payoff pitch for Henderson. Amy hammers one foul. Almost hit it through the fence. And our count still remaining 2 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch again for Henderson. Amy lifts it to center field, and that'll be right at the fence, and a play made by the center fielder Fox. And that brings up Paige Biddle. And Paige with a chance now in the bottom of the 6th. Larks and the Cavaliers all battling here. And Paige takes a strike on the first pitch she sees. Paige lifts one foul on the right side. And Paige quickly behind 0-2. Paige fouls one off out in front of it and hits it a mile out of the way foul. And the count's still 0-2. Paige 0 for 2 here. Too far outside, Paige lays off, and our count 1-2. Paige pops the rise ball up, and it tails away, and is a play. And there are 2 outs. And Boo re-enters here. So Boo comes back in to hit for Shea. And Boo with her pre-at-bat shimmy. So Boo re-enters here for Shea. As we're in the bottom of the 6th. Boo struck out her first at bat this evening in this second game. And Boo takes a strike on the first pitch she sees. So the 505 watching this at bat closely. And the 0-1. That rises high, and we're even at a ball and a strike to Boo. The 1-1 on the outside corner. Henderson does a good job of painting the black. We've seen her go to her rise ball. That's her go-to pitch in this situation. We'll see if she continues. The 1-2 coming up. Boo lifts it. That could be an Austin Lasagna. Don't get any on ya. Boo has tied the game on a home run. And we're all knotted up at a run apiece. And Boo puts one over the fence out there to left field. We're all tied up. And the Lark faithful loving that. And that brings up Jenna Schneider. A 2-out home run by Boo, all tied up at 2 runs apiece. Big at bat for Boo. And Jenna Schneider stepping up. Jenna's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one downstairs for a ball from Henderson. Jenna lifts one, that dropping in, and drops in for a base hit, gets by the left fielder, Weigel. Jenna will be aboard. So the go-ahead run now here for the Larks at first base with 2 outs, and it brings up Anissa Aguilar. And that looks like that's going to close the book on Henderson. Nope, check that. Quick little talk there from Dixon. You got it. So Nis coming in. Nis 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Jenna over there at first base. They've always said 2-out hits are contagious. And Nis looks at one upstairs from Henderson. 1 ball to Nis. The Larks and the long ball. That one's downstairs, and Nis well ahead. 2 balls, no strikes. As we're all tied up at 2. Nis hammers one on the left side and foul. Nis has hit 3 home runs this season, 12 RBIs. That one downstairs, and we're 3 balls, 1 strike to Nis. Jenna over at first base, 2 away. This fly ball to right center, and Fox plays it perfectly, but the Larks get the run back. We're tied at 2 after 6, heading in the top of the 7th. We're back after this here on the Lark Network.
Rabbit Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas.
Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado.
Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dave Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska.
David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naoki Kizumura, Tokyo, Japan.
Natty Solomon, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nick Flatton from Adelaide, Australia.
Noah Roberts, Wichita, Kansas.
Omar Aguilar, Panama City, Panama.
Quinn Gettle, Joplin, Missouri.
Robert Salcedo, Puerto Rico.
Yusei Hando from Japan.
Tate Winfield, Kerrville, Texas.
Weston Murrow, Wichita, Kansas.
Yusuke Fuji, Japan.
Zach Duncan, Okima, Oklahoma.
And welcome back here to the Lark Network. We're going to the top of the seventh, all tied up at 2 runs apiece, and Chelsea Smith in to pitch for the Larks in what's turned into an exciting night of softball in front of a great crowd. And I got some text from the 505 loving what Boo did at the plate. And Chelsea misses downstairs. Chelsea into pitch here now for the Larks. As we're in the top of the seventh and a great night of softball with a humongous turnout. That one misses low. And the count 2 balls, no strikes to Weigel. Weigel's 0 for 2. On the ground, back up the middle, base hit for Weigel. Weigel finds a CNI single. And Johnson County with a go-ahead run aboard with none out. Ivy Brewer 0 for 2. We're all tied up at 2. In what's been a great softball game tonight. Bunt laid, or Brewer shows bunt, pulls it back and takes a pitch low for a ball. As Chelsea getting her sign from Sadie. Bunt offered that, tipped it, that hit. They're calling foul ball. The umpire called foul ball. Umpire called foul ball. And some talking about that. It went off Chelsea, off the bat into Chelsea. And Chelsea taking it, went off the bat into Chelsea, called foul ball, and Weigel goes all the way back to first. Looks like Sadie's okay. I should say went off the bat into Sadie off the pitch from Chelsea. like Sadie's okay. 1-1 strike here to Brewer. And the 1-1 delivery from Chelsea. Gets through Sadie. Got a text from former athletic director Rob Remsar saying, "What a game, go Larks." So Rob tuning in down to Friends. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. And Chelsea misses, and their count 2 balls, or 3-1. Bunt laid down perfectly. Chelsea plays it over to Page covering. A nice bunt by Brewer, though, to get the job done. And the sacrifice puts the go-ahead run just 60 feet away with 1 out. Time called for the Larks. So we're going to talk this over, what they want to do. As they're bringing in a substitution here, it looks like Kennedy Thomas coming in to hit in a pinch hit roll. So Thomas coming in to hit. Tuesday. Thomas coming in to hit. As the substitution made with Thomas in to hit now for, or excuse me, yes, Kennedy Thomas in to hit for Nia Thomas. Chelsea misses with a rise ball to Thomas. 1 ball. The 1-0 coming up. That pitch stays a little bit low from Chelsea. Their count 2 balls, no strikes. That one fouled back and out of play. And the count now moves 2 balls and 1 strike to Kennedy Thomas. Thomas is a freshman. Wind has laid down. It's turned into a nice evening for softball. It was howling earlier today. And the 2-1 coming up. Bunt laid down, squeeze play, step throw down, and safe as the tag was missed. A nice squeeze play there by Johnson County to take the lead. And the Cavaliers tack on the run on the squeeze. A nice slide there by Weigel to slip under the tag. And Salinas coming in to hit. Thank you. Salinas coming in. And Johnson County has taken the lead on the squeeze. One away. And the pitch from Chelsea. Rises high and hits the umpire on the bounce. Great game, Larks. Love you guys from Chelsea's grandma and grandpa. Fly ball center field going back. Miss, and that's out of here. Johnson County hits a 2-run home run. A 2-run bomb by the Cavaliers. And 5-2 the score. And I think we're going to have a bit of an issue here because Salinas hit that, but no one said if she ever was entered. I'm not sure. So we might have an issue here. So what happened here? Salinas was not entered. They're going to wipe away the runs. They did not enter Salinas. She is out and take away the 2-run home run. I think it's out. I think it's out. So they'll put Thomas back out at second. And I'm afraid that we're going to get some clarification on this. They wiped 2 off this board. Thank you, sir. So what happened was Salinas did not enter properly. They'll wipe away the home run and put an out on the board, and it's 3-2. Larks trail by 1. So 2 outs now for Des Duncan with a runner back on second. And they'll wipe away the home run. Runner going, snap throw down. And Thomas with a nice swipe over there. So I got a text saying this is Kenley Thomas's first day back after tearing her labrum back in early March. So stolen base here. That turns my scorebook into an unmitigated disaster. So 2 away. Bunt popped up. Talon trying to make a diving play on the far side and can't come up with it. Count was 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Larks trail by a run. They wiped away a 2-run home run. Bunt laid down. Jenna Schneider plays over to Page, and the Larks now will go to the bottom of the 7th. Trailing by a run, 3-2. We're back after this.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Caitlin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond. We're into the bottom of the 7th. The Larks trail by a run. Jenna Garcia, Jessie Miranda, and Kaylin Lastly all due up here after the illegal substitution wipes a home run off the board. And Jenna G to step in. Jenna offers at the bunt, or offers a bunt at the pitch, and takes a strike. Henderson working the 0-1, and Jenna takes ball 1, and the count 1-1 strike. The 1-1 coming up. Jenna, a little fly ball, and that could be trouble. It is Jenna taking second. Heads up base running by Jenna on the air. And Jenna moves to tying position with none out for Jessie Miranda. Jenna showing off her wheels. And that brings up Jessie with none out. And the Lark faithful loving that. So Jessie stepping in. Jenna using her wheels. Took second, nobody covering. Got a text saying, "Go Larks!" So Jessie digs in. Jessie tried a little bunt down and popped it down the third baseline. So Jessie behind 0-1. Jessie lays a bunt down, but it trickles foul. And the count 0-2. The count 0-2 to Jessie here. Tying run just 120 feet away for the Larks. Jessie lays off the pitch high, and the count 1-2. And the 1-2. Misses down and in. On the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes here for Jessie. Jenna over at first, none away here in the bottom of the 7th. Ball 3 high, and the count now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count is full here from the City Ball Diamond. Payoff pitch coming up. Jessie calling time. A little gamesmanship here. Our count full. Jessie fouls it off and fights it back. And we're still riding full. Kalen on deck. Some of the heads-up base running by Jenna get herself in second. On the error. Swing and a miss, and Jesse is retired on strikes. One away here for Kalen Lashley. Tying run over there for the Larks, just 120 feet away. So Kalen's going to step in. Jenna Garcia caught stealing on the far side. And a nice play by the catcher, Murphy. And there are 2 outs for Kalen. What a good play by Murphy. What a good play by Duncan out there to slide behind Jenna on the break. Kalen, the 2-hole hitter. That one hits Kalen, and she'll be aboard. So Kalen aboard now. Lexi Avalos coming to bat. Lex with 13 doubles, 4 triples, 2 home runs, and 38 driven in. Lex would like to make that 39 right here. Lex probably a little bit overdue in this one, 0 for 3. Lex a line drive, base hit up the middle, and Lex aboard with a single, and that brings up Amy Bratato. And here comes, might be one of the most dangerous hitters in the conference. So Amy stepping up with 2 outs. Got a text from the 505 saying, "Go Larks," from Booze Nana. And Henderson, the pitch, misses outside, 1 ball to Amy. 2 aboard here for the Larks. 2 outs, and Amy at the plate, ahead 1 ball, no strikes. That one misses low in the count now. 2 balls, no strikes to Amy. Page waits behind Amy. Henderson dealing, and there's a strike. Amy just very patient in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Amy, a base hit left side. Taylor on her way home. Potential play at the plate. Kalen slipping in, and she's safe, and we're tied up. Amy going to second, tagged out. We're going to play free softball here on the base hit, but we are all tied up heading into the top of the 8th. We're all tied up heading top of the 8th. In our extra inning, we'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
Robbie Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas.
Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Cotton Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado.
Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas. Dave Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska. David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie of One Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naoki Izumura, Tokyo, Japan.
Maddie Solomon, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nick Flatton from Adelaide, Australia.
Noah Roberts, Wichita, Kansas.
Omar Aguilar, Panama City, Panama.
Quinn Gettle, Joplin, Missouri.
Robert Salcedo.
Thank you. And welcome back here to the City Ball Time. We're in the top of the 8th. Got a text, Yahoo, way to go, Amy. And this game is so intense. It's Lex's mom, love it. We're in extra innings. Top of the 8th. And this is Emily Fox. So Fox digs in. Fox singled in two. And the Lark faithful here. And that one misses downstairs. The 1-0 coming up here from Chelsea. Foul back to the fence. And we're even, 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 coming up. Fly ball right side. Jenna G parking underneath it. And goes back and makes a play, 1 away. Believe, Larks believe, believe the 505 believes is the text I get. So Murphy's 0 for 3. And that one misses high and away, 1 ball. What a great turnout tonight. And the 1-0 coming up. That one misses a little bit low from Chelsea. Our count 2 balls, no strikes. And the 2-0. And our count 3 balls, no strikes. There's a strike from Chelsea. Foul back into the glove. Strike 3 to call. I thought it was off the count. Oh, so that's strike 2. We're full. 3-2. I thought it was 3-2. He signaled like it was a 3. That's my fault. 3-2. That one fouled back and out of play. Down the parking lot. And our count remaining full, 3-2. Outside, ball 4. And Murphy aboard on the walk. 1 away here for the Lark defenders. And looks like Kerrigan Dixon coming in now to hit for the Cavaliers. So Dixon steps in. Thank you. So Chelsea stepping in. Or Dixon now to bat. And Dixon looks to pitch high, 1 ball. That pitch misses high to Dixon. The count 2 balls, no strikes. All tied up at 3 in the 8th. That's on the ground at Jesse. A base hit for Dixon. Bounces over Jesse. And a base knock, and they're 2 on. So 2 on, 1 out. And that brings up Allie Hyman. There's a pitch from Chelsea as a strike. That's on the ground. Through Kalen on the far side. Kalen knocks it down. And a hard hit ball, and the base is loaded. As Hyman hammers that down. The base is loaded here in the 8th with 1 away. That brings up Megan Weigel. Weigel singled her last at bat. Swing and a miss for Weigel. Now the count 0-1. That one rises high. Nice hang by Sadie back there. And our count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, Chelsea, boo, you got this is the text I'm getting. Go Larks. That's from Chelsea's grandma and grandpa. The 1-1. Fly ball left side. Lex going back in the corner. And Lex lets it drop. Smart play by Lex to drop it and let it foul. Heads up play by Lex. If she catches that, it says that could score a run. Lex lets it go. And the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a heads up play by the sophomore out there. Once she knew it was foul, she let it go. And the count 1-2. Strike 3 on a swing and a miss. And Weigel goes down, and that brings up Ivy Brewer. Brewer laid down a sacrifice bunt on the squeeze play. Brewer looks to pitch upstairs, 1 ball. The 1-0, swing and a miss as Chelsea throws it right past Brewer on the fastball. That one misses outside, and our count 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 delivery coming up for Chelsea. Gets her sign from Sadie, lets it go. Rise ball, Chelsea with a hang, or Sadie with a hang back there, and the count 3 balls, 1 strike. That one popped back and out of play. And we're full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming up for Chelsea. Strike 3, and Sadie steps on home plate. We'll go to the bottom of the lake. Larks and the Cavaliers all tied up at 3. We're back after this. That E was a bad E. That was the explicit one. I just pushed to the next one. Whatever, I don't care. I just that. No, I know.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania.
Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
And welcome back here. We're into the bottom of the 8th. Paige Biddle coming to bat for the Larks. And Paige, overdue. She's 0 for 3. Let's get hot. Larkson hit. That's from Manissa's dad. So Paige digging in. She's 0 for 3. And Paige looks at a pitch down low, 1 ball. The 0-1, or the 1-0, and there's a strike, and we're even 1 ball, 1 strike. One of the most intense Lark softball games I can remember. Yeah. Paige lays off. And the count 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1. Paige line drive. Off the head of the center fielder's head. Glove Fox can't come up with it, and Page aboard. And that brings up Chelsea for Boo. So Page over there at first. As Fox couldn't come up with that out there in the outfield. It was a hard hit ball to center field. And Page aboard. Winning run over there at first base. None out here for the Larks in free softball. Bunt laid down. A perfect bunt by Chelsea. Throw over in time, but Page's advance. A nice bunt by Chelsea. Chelsea does her job perfectly. Lays the bunt down. And that brings up Jenna S. And Jenna singled her last at bat. All tied up here as we're in the 8th. What a game this has been. Fans of both squads have to be happy. This has been a lot of fun. Jenna with a very healthy swing, a little bit behind it from Henderson. One out here. Jenna and Nis both due up. Henderson misses down and away, and we're even 1-1 strike. Got a set text saying, let's end this, Lark. We believe you. Love the 505. And the 1-1 coming up. That one misses high, 1 ball and, or excuse me, 2 balls, no strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Jenna now ahead on top of Hallie Henderson. There's a strike at the knees, and we're even 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count 2-2. That one rises high. We're full 3 balls and 2 strikes here. And Page over there at second. Payoff pitch coming up for Henderson on what has turned into an absolutely phenomenal night for softball. Ball 4, and Jenna aboard and draws the walk on the pitch low and away. And that brings up Nis with none away, with 1 out, excuse me. So Nis steps in. Nis 0 for 3. And Nis is overdue. Nis fly ball. That could drop in. It will drop in. Base hit for Page slipping in. Nis is aboard with a little base hit bloop. Nis finds some green on the first pitch swinging. And that brings up Jenna G with 1 out and the bases loaded. And that'll bring a quick conference in. Tough play out there for Weigel. She's made some great plays in this one. Just could not quite come up with that one. They're talking things over here with Johnson County. Everybody's coming in to talk. So the winning run just 60 feet away for the Larks. And the Lark faithful coming to their feet. So Jenna coming to bat. Jenna G has reached base twice on errors. Page over at third. Jenna Schneider at first. The pitch. And the first pitch is a strike to Jenna G from Henderson. And Nis is over at first. Jenna on the ground. Paige coming home. Force play at home. Play made. And that brings up Jessie Miranda. 2 away here. Got a text saying, finish this, ladies. From Lex's mom. Woohoo Anissa from Auntie Paula. So Jesse steps in against Henderson. And Jesse looks at the pitch upstairs, 1 ball. So Jesse looks at 1 high and again, and we're 2 balls, no strikes here to Jesse. Two away. 2 balls, no strikes. The 505 is on their feet, New Mexico, watching this game. And the 2-0 from Henderson. On the ground, base hit! And Jesse singles in. The game is over. Jesse with a walk-off hit. The Larks win 4-3 on Jesse Miranda's walk-off base hit. What a game for the Larks. Jesse singles in the winning run here for the Larks. A base knock for Jesse. And the Larks come away with a victory. Huge win for the Larks as they move to 15-5, and I think they may have just captured a share of the conference. What a base hit for Jesse on the far side. Larks come away with a 4-3 victory. What a game. They'll be back in action on Tuesday right here on the Lark Network. Keep tuning in. What a game this has been. I am Rusty Witcher saying thank you and good night here from the City Ball Diamond.